Okay, so I let it set for a little while, well, hours actually, in the house so that it would get a little bit more leather hard. And then what I'm doing is I'm just taking my toothpick here and I'm tracing the name onto it. So I'm just going through, and sometimes like you can just drag it on the paper, and sometimes the paper wants to tear, like if it sits on the clay for too long, it gets moist. You can see it kind of like trying to tear here. So another thing you can do, like these long stretches are really easy to do with the toothpick, and then some of these shorter ones, I kind of just do little, like almost like a stitch. So you can kind of do whatever you need to do to get it to trace on. So I'm just going to go over all of my, I already did all the rest of it. I didn't want to waste too much time with you guys on the video. But you're going to go around every single thing. So what I would recommend, I used my son's name, which is Davis. But what I would recommend is to not go too far. Like I wouldn't do more than like 5 or 6 letters, because it can get really muddy when you're doing this. Like right now, you can see the word, so it doesn't seem too bad. But once I peel this off, all you're going to see is like a really light shadow of this indentation that you have to follow with a carving tool, or if we're still at home. Right now is during the pandemic, so we're making this at home. But now that I've gone through all of the letters, now I can peel this off. You might get some of the paper that sticks, and that's fine. When we go to start carving it and stuff, it'll peel off. So it's no big deal. You can try to peel some of it off, but we'll kind of do it as we go if we need to. But you can see that it's just a light indentation on the clay. And then we'll take whatever tool, like if you're using just a pencil to carve in. The pencil works pretty good. It creates a nice groove. Or you could still use the toothpick. You are going to do something though. You can't just leave it like this. Like this isn't going to, if we were to paint this, you wouldn't see it enough. So you're going to need to go back over all the carving or all the trace marks with either a toothpick or a pencil, or if we're in school, you would use the actual tool. You would use this hook tool here, which is our carver, and you would use this to actually carve a groove out of the clay. Now, this is our slip trailing project, so what I would recommend is that you're going to carve some, and you're going to maybe leave some to do the slip trailing with, remember, like I said the last video, with these bottles here, like this is a fine tip, basically squirt bottle, and this is a little bit bigger. And we're going to fill those with slip, and we'll use those to either trace or create decoration in between things. So you're going to have to decide if you want to do all the carving of the letters and just use the slip trailing to maybe do like fill in some of the letters or do decoration in the letter. Or some people have done like carve, slip, carve, slip, carve, slip, carve, slip, like kind of go around and do it that way. So either way works. You just have to have a combination of both. So yeah, so I'm going to continue to carve out my letters here, and we'll get back when I'm ready to do slip, and I can show you guys how we do slip trailing. So many steps. We'll be back.